Hey guys, welcome back to another dev vlog. This is like another one. It's been a couple of days, but I've done quite a lot of work again. So we'll just quickly go through it in my slides as usual. So we got the main menu update and level select. I don't know whether I went through this in the last one, but we'll go through it again. So I updated all the fonts and graphics and like buttons and stuff. The level select also changed quite a lot today as well. And so the buttons hover now, they're very similar to the pause ones. And obviously I've changed the alpha to the beta now as well, because the next time that the game will be published will be in its beta version. So if ever actually switches. So we've got the updated death screen blueprint, which actually works really well. I wasn't expecting it to work that well, but if we can actually get to it. And then when you die, you go to here's also death sound, and there's ambience, a Roblox oof, death sound, and obviously you get hurt, so you get noises when you get hurt now as well. So this is actually really easy to make, and the only issue I did have was with the respawn button, but there's a way around that I'm going to figure out later on in the project, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. We've also done some work on my cubism level. That is incredibly loud. So yeah, not much, but enough to sort of start the level and make it into my level select, and just get the general idea. So I've grey boxed out the main area and also started work on editing like the cubes and stuff ready as well, and also added some areas of collectibles. So at the minute I've got placeholder items here. Then we moved on to the instead. So before, when you used to fall into the lava or whatever you want to call it, you used to just instantly die and it would bring you to the death screen. But now it's more of a it teleports you. But this video is a bit out of date because there's also damage now. So you take 5 damage every time you hit it, which obviously there is a punishment for if you die a certain amount of times, of which the player should probably go to an easier level if they're dying that many times on that jump. So I feel like that's much better because I don't want it to be too frustrating for the players when they die. I don't know, I just thought it fit better, and the red was actually clashing with the orange and red cubes on my level, so I needed to change it to something that wouldn't clash with the rest of the colours, so I thought black was the best place to go. Then we updated the level select, so yeah, obviously at the minute only the alpha and the cubes level are done, but after I've done most of the cube level I am actually going to move on to the tutorial, so then everything's sort of in place. When you press play it takes you to the tutorial, and like pressing play on the main menu I mean, and so then I can just slowly work through the level select. But this was quite easy to implement. It was literally just putting a thumbnail into a button, and obviously making sure you got the right spaces and stuff in between them, and the code was just really easy to be honest. So I designed another weapon, the cube launcher, for the cube level, because obviously my whole plan was to implement weapons that associate with the levels and enemies, like all sort of correlating to one. So this one's just going to shoot cubes. I haven't actually figured out the projectiles yet, but I spent most of the day modelling the actual design and texturing it as well. And this brings me on to the more efficient pickup system. So now we've actually got a drop button rather than pressing E again, which would drop it. You now press Q. So a standard dropping button, I think, for most games. The only way I would upgrade this is to probably, if you pressed E again whilst holding a gun on top of another weapon, then you'd switch them, but I'm not entirely sure how to do that just yet, so I'll probably wait until later on in the project when I need to get away from level design or something to work on that. But it actually works quite well. I'm working on a UI system, so when you're in like the capsule collision for the gun, it will say press E to equip. So, but that's very much a work in progress because at the minute when you pick up the gun, it still says press E to equip. So I need to figure out what's going on with that. But yeah, this all worked out quite well. And yeah, that's it today. So we did quite a lot considering, but it's all mostly, I was very ADHD about it. I sort of just did lots of little things rather than committing myself to like a pause menu and stuff like that, which I had been before. So yeah, that's it for today. I will probably update tomorrow as well. I'll try to anyway, but I'm not sure how much work I'll get done. So yeah, we'll see how much. I'll probably just work on the cubes level design tomorrow again. So I might actually be doing a devlog on the actual Unreal project itself, just to show you guys around it. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next devlog.